The Philistine leaders saw an opportunity and offered Delilah a large reward if she could discover the secret of Samson's strength. Delilah questioned Samson repeatedly, asking him where his power came from. At first, he treated it like a game. He gave her false answers, saying his strength came from ropes or cords. Each time, the Philistines tried to capture him, and each time Samson broke free. But Delilah did not stop asking. Day after day, she pressured him until Samson finally gave in. He told her the truth. He said his strength came from God and was connected to his vow, symbolized by his uncut hair. That night, while Samson slept, Delilah had his hair cut. When the Philistines attacked, Samson tried to fight back as he always had, but his strength was gone. For the first time in his life, Samson was powerless. The Philistines captured him, blinded him, and threw him into prison. The strongest man in the land became weak, helpless, and humiliated. He spent his days grinding grain like a slave, alone in darkness. But something changed during that time. As Samson sat in prison, his hair slowly began to grow back. More importantly, his heart began to change. For the first time, Samson truly understood the cost of his choices. He realized that he had relied on his strength instead of God and taken his gift for granted. In his weakness, Samson turned back to God. One day, the Philistines gathered for a great celebration. They brought Samson out of prison to entertain them. They mocked him and praised their God for his defeat. Blind and led by hand, Samson was placed in the center of a crowded temple. He asked to rest his hands on the two main pillars holding the building up. Then Samson prayed. He asked God to remember him and to give him strength one last time. With all the power he had left, he pushed against the pillars. The temple collapsed, killing the Philistine leaders and many others inside. Samson died that day, but in his final act, he fulfilled his purpose. He struck a decisive blow against Israel's enemies and returned to God with humility and faith. The story of Samson is not just about physical strength. It's about responsibility, self-control, and the danger of misusing what we've been given. It reminds us that strength without wisdom can lead to destruction, and that poor choices have real consequences. But it also shows us something hopeful. Failure is not the end. Even after falling far, it is never too late to turn back. True strength is found not in power alone, but in humility, obedience, and trust in God. And that is the story of Samson.